What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Mafia, man. Listen, today's video, we're gonna be talking about the Keef D situation. I know it's still going on, but I know the topic ain't as hot as it was, earlier. But we still going. I ain't never get my input on it on YouTube for y'all. You feel me? So we about to go straight to the video. But before we jump into the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, post notifications, share with your grandma, auntie, little brother, little uncle. You feel me? Share with everybody. And let's jump straight into the video. Keef D. Okay. What I'm gonna say first, what I want to say first is how I feel about the situation, because a lot of people was asking me this question, like outside of YouTube, like just having a conversation about the situation. But somebody asked me, like, we was going back and forth about, like, not going back and forth, but like giving our inputs of like how we feel about the whole situation and like how long it took. And they convicted him, what I believe close to 20 some years later. So I'm gonna just tell y'all how I feel about the situation. So I think that first, let me make this clear. I don't wish jail on nobody. I don't even, feel me, move in that type of direction. But I'm going off a different point of view. So for him, because if everybody know he got convicted for this years, like when it first happened, he got convicted for this. And after he got convicted and he took a plea about him, like just took a plea about him being guilty. And in the plea, I forgot what it's called, but it's he basically signed the plea. And in this plea, it was about he couldn't like say nothing about what he told them. You feel me? So instead of him just signing a regular plea and getting time, or he taking his time getting up out of there, he took the plea. And as he took the plea, in the plea, it told him that he couldn't like recite or re-say anything that he told them. So later down the line, he ended up doing an interview with Vlad. So him doing the interview with Vlad, I think that's what gave it more light than what it already had. Because if you know what the situation about, he had a book, like he wrote a book about everything that he said in the interviews. So it's not like he just one day woke up, got somebody asked for it, and like he asked for an interview and just started talking about it. He wrote a whole book about it. That's why he started to get interviews from different people and get to talking about it. But like I said, I feel that was very, very, very remedial of him, because if you wrote a book about the situation, there's no point of you getting on an interview explaining what's going on. And if you get on the interview explaining what's going on, you don't have to. You feel me? He was saying a lot. Like if you watch the interview, his first interview about him talking about it, he was saying a lot about the situation, how he passed the gun and all that. He didn't have to go through all that. He could have told his story and told that story, but could have put it in context and like took certain things out that make him incriminate himself. I hope, well, I wouldn't say he hope that none of he says can be used against him in court. Now, my thoughts on him getting convicted, or I wouldn't say even getting convicted, because I'm gonna talk about that a little bit later. But what my thoughts on it is, like, I can put, for somebody to have a book about killing one of the most famous rappers ever is outrageous. You feel me? And for him to get on an interview explaining how he had parts in killing one of the most biggest rappers that ever lived. You feel me? And arguably one of the best of all time. So for him to think he was just gonna be able to just come straight out and talk about the situation without him getting consequences on it, or people having thoughts about it. But what I heard was that the reason why he came out and said something about it is because what he say? Oh, he said because I'm trying to put it in. You feel me? So y'all understand. He said that they was calling him a snitch. So that's why he got on interviews explaining himself, explaining why he wasn't a snitch, but the whole time he actually was an informant. So he did all this explaining, and to come to find out that he's actually an informant for the government. Not like doing like getting people locked up, but he cooperated with. You feel me? So that's the whole entire reason, literally the whole reason why he gets on the interviews and started to talk about the situation. But if you want to be honest, that's snitching. Because you going on interviews talking about the whole situation that happened, and nobody ever got locked up for it but him. And the person that actually did it is not here no more. So they couldn't convict him. So they went to get, and I guess Keef D is the dude that supposedly killed, I forgot his name. It's gonna come in my head, but the dude that supposedly killed Tupac, who let the gun go off, pulled the trigger, is Keef D's nephew. And that's the dude Tupac and Suge and all them jumped. I think they was in a hotel lobby or something like that, right before, like literally hours before he ended up getting killed. So they saying that he's cooperating and he's trying to cooperate and give names. Diddy, he's basically trying to put Diddy to blame for all this, because he said in his book that Diddy called him and said that Death Row is starting to get, like, basically they're starting to be too much of a competition. So he said he threw a number out there and say, I'll give you this if you do this. You feel me? And Keef D and his people literally, supposedly, allegedly, let's say that, allegedly, he went to, where it was another dude that was, they said that was from New York or something like that. And he's known from, like, robbing people, taking money from people, like, grimy things. So they say that when Diddy called him and said, I got this amount of money if you can go there and do this to him or them, after it happened, he said that Diddy called and said, is that for us? And he said that Keef D said, yeah. Like, basically, after the situation of Keef D, after the situation, them killing Tupac, Diddy calls Keef D and asks him, was that for us? Like, did you kill, you feel me, for us? That whole, if you was gonna say that, like, you should have just you should have just told the whole story, bro. Because if you read his book, he tells the story, but he tries to, like, switch the questions around, like in his interviews, like he was supposed to do. He switches the answers around, or try not to answer questions, but if you go in the book, you already wrote everything in the book. But how I feel do I feel he's going to get convicted or not? I'm not sure, to keep it honest with you. Because it's been over 20 years since this happened, and he's been convicted of this before. And they said that anything he said in the interviews can't be used against him. But I seen an interview with Vlad he did with 1090J, and he played voice messages of the Las Vegas Police Department trying to get in contact with him to see if it's like any extra information in the video, like the interview. But Vlad said he never like answered the call or anything like that. So what I honestly think he's going to get convicted because of who it is. But if he got a public defender also too, so it's going to be very hard for him to even beat this. He don't have a lawyer. He has a lawyer, but it's a public defender. So it's not like a paid lawyer. So he got a public defender. 9 times, and in that type of case, he might get that time. That's my opinion though. But that's my thoughts on the whole situation. I ain't want to talk your ear off with the situation because, you know, it's a little older and, you know, everybody talked about it already, but I just want to get my point of view on it. But thank y'all for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the post notification on make another video, and I'm out of here. Peace.